Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another edition of Toad's Shooting Show. We have a very special guest in the studio today. This is a Winchester Model 94, and it is a commemorative model to celebrate Chief Crazy Horse. And you can see that it has a number of brass tacks on it. And when I first saw this rifle, wasn't really sure how I felt about it. It looked a little bit gaudy. But after shooting it several times, I feel like when I first got my first Red Ryder BB gun. It's a lot of fun to shoot, pretty accurate. It's chambered in 38-55. This does have a 24-inch barrel on it, 1 in 18 twist. We have 7+1 capacity, and you'll notice that in the stock they have this plaque that is to indicate the United Sioux nations, and these tacks here are to signify the white man's rifle. On this part of the receiver they have a picture of Crazy Horse, which this is kind of like a rendition of what they thought, because Crazy Horse, I don't think there was many photographs that were confirmed that were him. So this is an artist's rendition with a buffalo hunting scene. This is a saddle ring rifle. The tacks on the fore end, they were for personalizing the rifle. So if a Indian would have captured this rifle or obtained it one way or the other, they may put tacks in it, their own specialized design there. Being that this was chambered in 38-55, this turned out to be a little learning experience for me, because the previous video I showed the flawed factory cases that Winchester had offered in this. Look at that. You can see a crack right below the dot. A crack right above the dot. See it there? And those were about $100 a box. So I took factory ammunition, fired it once, and ended up I wasn't able to reload any of it. So I did have some 32 Special Hornady brass hanging around, and we resized that to 38-55. 38-55, and it is the parent cartridge of the 32 Special. Notice I've got it close to the shoulder. Apply a coat of case lube to the outside of the case as well as the inside of the case mouth. I am using expanders from other reloading die sets already owned. First up, 338 expander. Next, 348 expander. I purchased this custom expander from Buffalo Arms that should give adequate neck tension for the 260 grain gas check we will be using. A 38-55 full-length size die is next to shape the outside of the case to the proper dimensions. Next, run that custom Buffalo Arms expander through again to iron everything out and give uniform neck tension. Bell the case mouth. Seat desired projectile to specifications and provide a mild crimp. You'll notice that resizing the case shortens the case by 1/10 of an inch. It conveniently coincides with the next grease groove for this application. This would be similar to a 44 Special to a 44 Magnum in difference. And this is just a dummy round anyways. I didn't install any powder or primer in it yet. I just wanted to make sure that these are going to fit. And you'll notice that it goes right about to there. It's going to be a slightly tight fit, but once you fire it, everything will get massaged into place. Now the projectile that we're using is a 260 grain heat treated or powder coated gas check projectile. Crazy Horse was a master tactician, and he defeated Custer, as everybody well knows, but at the time he was defending his territory in the northern plains. there was European and American expansionism in those areas, and a lot of the people that were coming across, they were looking for resources and gold, and many of them were hunting and pursuing resources on sacred burial grounds and sacred lands. And with expansionism does come the tragedy of putting your foot on the top of the American Indian, and there's no question that we did do the Indians bad, but unfortunately that was then and this is now, and there's not a lot we can do about the past other than learn from our mistakes. So that's the reason why we have all of the gaming institutions in the United States now, is to try to give them back a little bit of what we took from them, which will never be able to be righted, but once again, that was then and this is now. Those are 32 special, reformed into the 3855. Let's have a look at that case. Look how it ironed out all of the defects. What do you think? 200? Okay. Boy, that's a powerful round. I was holding between the 400 and the 500 yard berm. I have no idea how much that's over the target, but wow.